Hello. Yeah, hi all. So I'm back with another Java interview question, and basically this is the question today I will be covering of generate parenthesis. And before that, I just wanted to tell you, I have made the videos on Java features series, like I've started, in which I have covered the from Java 7 to Java 25, and apart from this, I have started the Spring Boot and microservices series. And apart from this, the current series which I am continuing, or the most videos which are there in the this code Java frequently asked interview questions. So in that you will be able to find all the interview questions apart from the coding questions which has been asked by, or some real interview experience also I have covered, so with the explanations. So please go and watch it. And before that, if you haven't liked, share and subscribe my channel, please like, share and subscribe my channel. So as mentioned, today we'll be covering the question of generate parenthesis. So basically what you will be given an n pair of parentheses, and you need to write a function to generate all the combination of well formed parentheses. Means suppose n equals to 3 is given, so you need to write such that function that it should generates the three open parentheses should be there, and three close parentheses should be there in one pair, and all the possible combinations which are there, which should be possible, that should be covered in this list. Basically the resultant will be of list type, of string type, and you need to return that list of string as mentioned here also you can see. So the thing is that suppose n equals to 3 is given, so see if you can see here, three open parentheses are there and three close parentheses are there. So this is first phase. Similarly, so three open we have kept first, then three closed we have kept. Then for second one, if you see, two closed, two open we have kept, then one closed. Similarly this another combination is there. Similarly another combination is there. So the main motive is that you will be given n pair of parentheses, means that you will be given, suppose and you have been told that pair of parentheses, like how much can be there. Suppose two pair of parentheses, so there will be two open brackets and two close bracket. And suppose if it was n equals to 1, so one open bracket and one close bracket. So this how input will be given, and you need to pass the closed, or you need to form the pair of that particular list of string. And apart from this, this is the another interview question which has been asked in most of the companies, and there is a similar question which I have covered earlier. Not sure if you guys have watched or not. So there is a what I say, there is one question I've covered earlier, this validate parentheses in Java. So this is another important question. This is a similar question. This is the sub part you can say of this generate parentheses, not similar one, but in this also, it is a tricky question, and it has been asked, you need to validate in this question, like this that parenthesis is valid or not. So that is the another question which has been asked. Similarly, this generate parenthesis is the second question which I am covering today of this parenthesis one. And this has been asked in, if I tell you, in many of the service companies, and apart from this in the product based companies. So let's go with the logic first, like what will be our steps of logic of that. So basically you will be given, as I mentioned, n number of pairs, like how many open parentheses will be there and how many close parentheses are. Okay, so first step, what our logic will be, that you will be developing a recursive function. So this problem we will be solving with the recursive approach. If I said the last problem in my series, this Java series, I have solved of recursive approaches of rotation of array. So with the recursive approach, what is the benefit, that the problem solution get much easier as the function is being getting called multiple times. So you get the problem, or you get the solution in less duration of time, or time complexity of that problem is also good. So this also will be solving with the recursive approach only. We will be creating one function that will be recursively, we will be calling it, and that function will be having these parameters, like a string current will be there. So in a string current, whatever the open or close parenthesis will be getting it, so we will be adding in this string current one. Then like integer open or integer closed, this we will be passing for open parenthesis, how many brackets we are going to pass in that function, and in this for the close parenthesis we will be passing integer total. So integer total, that number of pairs, how much you have been given in the input, like how many pairs of parentheses should be there. And the last parameter is that you need to you will be passing this list of string answer, means that resultant in string, in which we will be adding this all the pairs one by one, and then at the end we will returning it this answer. So the function which we will be creating it will be having these number of parameters. Okay, then our second main core logic which I say of any problem. So the main core logic will be there, that once this current, we'll be adding open parenthesis for one getting one pair. We'll be adding one open parenthesis, then close parenthesis, and suppose if one pair is formed, so how will be knowing that that one pair is performed or not? So we'll be checking this current dot length, this string length, to equal to 2 into total, means then n number of pairs. So suppose n was 3, so 2 into 3 6. Basically we will be making it as even, so that suppose 3 open was there and 3 close was there, so if you see the count or length of the string, it will be 6 only of current one. So 6 equals to 6. If it is true, then we will be adding that pair to the this string list of string, and we will be calling the return statement there. So we will be calling here the return blank statement. So we will be just calling the return statement. So what it will be doing, it will be calling again this recursive function and one step back, and then again it will be forming another pair. So that how it will work of the recursive function. Then third condition, we will be checking if open number of pairs or open parentheses which you have passed is less than total on the number of pairs. So we'll be adding the open parenthesis to a current string and call this function, and we'll be calling this recursive function again in this with the updated values of current and open plus 1. Means updated values of current means current plus this open bracket, and we will be incrementing one open to open plus 1. Similarly, the next condition here, we will be checking always closed will be less than equals to less than open, this condition, or closed equals to open. So that's why we are keeping the condition as closed then less than open. So that's why we will be adding this closed bracket to the current one and call this function with the updated values of current, and closed, here the closed will be incremented. So this is the recursive approach, and trust me, it's a simple approach of this problem. Otherwise there are other approaches also, but they are the lengthy approaches of the problems. And just before starting the problem or before writing the code, just request, if you have any feedback or any comments, please reach me in the comments section. And apart from this, if you want any topic to be covered, so that also please mention in the comments, so I'll be making the video of that particular topic, if it is of from the backend perspective, backend bootcamp. As I mentioned, I am not covering as of now like front end code anywhere. So that's okay. So let's move to the code section and do the coding and implement these approaches. Okay, so see here we are given the n, we are knowing it. Now what we'll be doing, we will be creating one list of the resultant one, that will be passing or adding all the input here, output here, sorry. And if like during my video, like if audio is having the problem, so please use the headphones, if audio is not properly audible, so please use the headphones, not audible, sorry, like if it is very low, so please use the headphones for better clarity. Yeah, so this is string we have declared. Now list we have declared it. Now what we will be doing it, basically we will be creating one function of recursive type. Recursive means that it will be called multiple times, so we are creating the void method here, and suppose void solve is there, and here we will be calling string current, then we will be calling integer open bracket, then integer close bracket. Okay, then we will be calling this list of string result. Okay, anything left? Yeah, one more parameter is left here, integer total or integer, and you can say anything. Okay, now firstly we'll be writing this function only. So as I mentioned, we will be checking every time if current dot length is equal 2 into total, we will be multiplying by 2 so that it will be even, because always if you see if it n equals to 3 also, so 3 open bracket will be there and 3 closed, so 3 plus 3 it will be even 6. So that's why we are checking this condition 2 into total. Okay, if it is there, if it is the scenario, so resultant dot add current. add that particular pair in the resultant string and just call the return statement so that this function can be called again, one step back basically. Now the next condition, all the conditions will be checking in the if condition, because so else part is not there. If that particular block is true, so another if block will also be checked every time. So if open is less than total, if it is that condition, so simply call this method again, and here we will be passing current, and in string we will be passing open bracket, and open we will be incrementing one by one as I mentioned, as we are passing the open bracket, then closed as it is, then total as it is, then resultant as it is. Okay, one condition done, second condition done, and the last condition which we need to. So here we will be checking if closed less than total, if it is the scenario, not total. We need to check with open, because either closed will be equal to open or closed mostly closed always will be equal to open, but we are checking like this, closed is less than open, because suppose if open becomes greater than total, or not greater than, if open becomes equals to total, then it will this will not work. So that's why closed bracket will be there to form the pairs. So that's why this is the mandatory condition, that closed will be less than open, then only it will be called. Otherwise if closed equals to open, so this function is getting completed there. Solve again, current, and here we need to pass the close bracket, open as it is, closed plus 1, then total, then resultant string. Okay, current we are adding the close bracket, then open as it is, closed we are incrementing it, and total resultant same it is. So that's it, this function is done, nothing we have done, just we will be calling this now function solve string we need to declare, or directly we can pass it as an empty string. Then open also initially we are declaring 0, closed also we are declaring 0, total we are passing n, and then resultant. So this function will be called and we will be returning the result here. Okay, let me run this program. Okay, so if you see three for this pairs are formed, for case 2 also these pairs are formed. Now let me submit this. Yeah, time complexity is fine, 2 millisecond is fine, and it beats the 44% solution. Now let me go to the code once more time, what is happening in the behind. So again, if you are not getting it, so basically what we have done, we are solving this problem of generate parenthesis with the recursive approach. Recursive means that that function will be called multiple times until we get the final result. Okay, so we have declared one function of solve method, it is of void type, so it will not return anything, and we are passing this string current. In this string we are forming one by one each pair, and once the pair is formed, so we are storing into this resultant string, and this is for open bracket, and this is for close bracket. We have declared the integers types, and this is n number of pairs. So as I mentioned, three conditions are there. First condition, if suppose if one pair is being formed, suppose this pair has been formed, so its total length is 6, so current dot length equals to 2 into n number of pairs, means 2 into 3 or 2 into total, so 6 equals to 6. If this condition is true, once if any one of pair is being formed, so it will add into this resultant string, and we are calling the return. So once this return statement is being called, so it will go back one step back. So one step back means, suppose this bracket will be removed there, and this again it will be closed, will be less than open, so it will be forming another pair. So that how it will work. And second condition, if I go, if open is less than total, initially 0 is less than total, or 0 is less than 3, so solve means this method will be again called, and how we are calling it, we are adding into this string open bracket, we are incrementing this open pointer or open integer type, and then close and total resultant same as it is. Similarly, if closed is less than open, we are adding the close bracket in the current string, and open as it is, closed plus 1 total and resultant. So that's how we are solving it, and that's it from my side. And let me know if you have any doubts, any feedback, any suggestions, and please like, share and subscribe my channel. Yeah, thanks, bye.